Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on AWS resource groups and tag editor. So this lecture will contain all these topics: what are resource groups, use cases for AWS resource groups, how tagging works in AWS, monitoring AWS resource groups for events, what is a tag editor, best practices of tagging, tagging categories and tagging strategies. So what are resource groups? AWS resource groups allow you to categorize and manage related resources by creating custom groupings based on shared tags or portions of tags. Resource groups enable you to organize resources across different AWS services and regions, providing a centralized view of your infrastructure. By grouping resources together, you can perform bulk actions like monitoring, applying security controls, or executing automation tasks, simplifying the management of large number of resources. IAM policies and permissions can be applied at the resource group level, allowing for simplified access control and management of included resources. Resource groups integrate with various AWS services like AWS Config, Systems Manager, and CloudFormation, enabling powerful governance, operations management and provisioning capabilities. So some use cases for AWS resource groups. Resource groups allow you to organize resources based on different application phases such as development, staging and production, making it easier to manage and monitor each phase separately. When projects are managed by multiple departments or individuals, resource groups enable the organization and consolidation of resources based on specific criteria, facilitating collaboration and resource management. Resource groups provide a way to group AWS resources that are used together for a common project, allowing you to manage and monitor them as a single unit. When developing applications for a specific platform like Android or iOS, resource groups can help organize and manage the associated resources, making it easier to track and maintain them. In the example of a web application with multiple stages, for example, alpha, beta, release, resource groups simplify the management process by providing a single page to view and manage the resources associated with each stage, eliminating the need to access multiple consoles. By creating resource groups for each versions of an application, for example alpha, beta or release, you can easily check the status of resources, view consolidated information, and modify specific resources from a single resource group page, streamlining the management process. Next is how tagging works in AWS. Tags are key value pairs that act as a metadata for organizing your AWS resources, allowing you to categorize and manage them effectively. With most AWS resources such as Amazon EC2 instances or Amazon S3 buckets, you have the option of adding tags when you create the resource, making it easy to organize from the start. Tag editor allows you to add tags to multiple supported resources at once, streamlining the process of tagging existing resources across various services. When using tag editor, you can build queries for resources of various types and add, remove, or replace tags for the resources in your search results. Tag-based queries assign an AND operator to tags, ensuring precision in resource selection. Any resource that matches the specified resource types and all specified tags is returned by the tag-based query, allowing you to efficiently manage and organize your AWS resources based on your tagging strategy. So each tag has two parts: a tag key, for example cost center, environment or project, and tag keys are case sensitive, and a tag value, for example some number or production, and similar to tag keys, tag values are also case sensitive. Okay, monitoring AWS resource groups for events. So after organizing your resources into groups using AWS resource groups, you can monitor those groups for any changes that are exposed as events. You can receive a notification when a group event occurs, signaling you to take some kind of action based on the event. For example, you could configure a notification to be sent whenever a group's membership changes, Adding a new group member could trigger a lambda function to review the change programmatically. The lambda function triggered by adding a new member can ensure that the new group members meet the compliance requirements set by your organization. If any new group members fail to meet the compliance requirements, the lambda function could perform automatic remediation to address the issue. Similarly, an event caused by the removal of a group member could trigger a different lambda function to perform any required cleanup tasks. The cleanup lambda function triggered by a member removal event could handle tasks such as deleting any linked resources associated with the removed member. Okay, next is I already have talked about tag editor. Let's see what is that in detail. AWS Tag Editor provides a single centralized interface for managing tags across your AWS resources, simplifying the process of organizing and categorizing your assets. Tag Editor allows you to work with resources spanning multiple AWS regions and accounts, providing a comprehensive view of your tags. With Tag Editor, you can easily search for specific tags, edit existing tags, and manage tags for a wide range of AWS resources, including EC2 instances, S3 buckets, and pretty much all the AWS resources. You can control access to Tag Editor using AWS Identity and Access Management (AWS IAM) policies, ensuring that only authorized users can view and modify tags. Tag Editor streamlines the process of managing tags across your AWS infrastructure and making it easier to maintain consistency and organization as your resource inventory grows. Okay, next, some best practices for tagging. So do not add personally identifiable information (PII) or other confidential or sensitive information in tags. Tags are accessible to many AWS services, including billing. So tags are not intended to be used for private or sensitive data. Use a standardized case-sensitive format for tags and apply it consistently across all resource types. Consider tag guidelines that support multiple purposes like managing resource access control, cost tracking, automation, and organization. Use automated tools to help manage resource tags. Tag Editor and Resource Groups Tagging API enable programmatic control of tags, making it easier to automatically manage, search, and filter tags and resources. Use too many tags rather than too few tags. So better to have many because it makes it flexible to arrange or address business requirement than to have few. Remember that it is easy to change tags to accommodate changing business requirements, but consider the consequences of future changes. For example, changing access control tags mean you must also update the policies that reference those tags and control access to your resources. You can automatically enforce the tagging standards that your organization chooses to adopt by creating and deploying tag policies using AWS organizations. Tag policies let you specify tagging rules that define valid key names and the values that are valid for each key. You can choose to only monitor, giving you an opportunity to evaluate and clean up your existing tags. Once your tags are in compliance with your chosen standards, you can then turn on enforcement in the tag policies to prevent non-compliant tags from being created. So some tagging categories. So you can have, this is just for illustration. So you can have technical tags. So usually we have name of the resource. We can have application ID. So if it's part of multiple resources, part of some application, and you have got IDs, you can have application role. You can have cluster information. So this will be tag keys. Environment like staging, dev, production. Then you can have version also. So these are technical tags. Then you can have tags for automation. So you can have some kind of date or time. Like usually we have create date or create time, but you can have your own and you can have date and time part of tag key, and you can put that. Then you can have opt in and opt out tag. So you can have opt in, opt out for some service or some application. So you can have true, false, yes, no value, and some tags related to security. basically some security policies or some security lambda functions should be applied or not. So this can those can be part of automation. And then you can have business tags such as project name, cost center, business unit, which customer this resource is part of. So customer can be a tag key. And you can have some security tags like confidentiality, so resource like highly sensitive, private, public, something like that. And some compliance related tags like ISO something or something. So based on that you can make this resource compliant or not. So this kind of things you can so these are just categories just to let you think in this direction. You can have more categories and some similar tag keys similar to this. Okay, next is tagging strategies. So first, tags for resource organization. So tags are a good way to organize AWS resources in AWS Management Console. So you can configure tags to be displayed with resources and can search and filter by tag. With AWS Resource Groups service, you can create groups of AWS resources based on one or more tags or portions of tags. You can also create groups based on their occurrence in AWS CloudFormation stack. Using resource groups and tag editor, you can consolidate and view data for applications that consist of multiple services, resources and regions in one place. So this is for resource organization. Next tagging strategy is tags for cost allocation. So AWS Cost Explorer and detailed billing reports let you break down your AWS cost by tag. Typically, you use business tags such as cost center, business unit, customer, or project to associate AWS cost with traditional cost allocation dimensions. But a cost allocation report can include any tag. This lets you associate cost with technical or security dimensions such as specific applications, environments, and compliance programs. Then you can have automation tags. Resource or service specific tags are often used to filter resources during automation activities. Automation tags are used to opt in or opt out of automated tasks or to identify specific versions of resources to archive, update, or delete. For example, you can run automated start or stop scripts that turn off development environments during non-business hours to reduce cost. And in this scenario, Amazon EC2 instance tags are a simple way to identify instances to EC2 instance tags are a simple way to identify tags to opt out of this automation action. And for scripts that find and delete stale, out of date, or rolling Amazon EBS snapshots, snapshot tags can add an extra dimension of search criteria. And lastly, tags for access control. IAM policies support tag-based conditions, letting you constrain IAM permissions based on specific tags or tag values. For example, IAM user or role permissions can include conditions to limit EC2 API calls to specific environments such as development, test, or production based on their tags. The same strategy can be used to limit API calls to specific Amazon VPC networks. Support for tag-based resource level IAM permissions is service specific. So when you use tag-based conditions for access control, ensure to define and restrict who can modify those tags. And that's all. Thanks for watching.